For the main combo, you'll just need Ostinato activated. You'll want to summon Bacha by sending soprano and refrain from deck to grave. This triggers Bacha to summon Shopina from deck. Activate Shopina to grab refrain from grave to hand. Normal summon refrain. Activate to search for Couplet, which when searched activates to revive soprano from grave. Scale Couplet. Use its pendulum effect to search for Concerto. Activate Concerto to fuse into flowering using your Shopina, refrain, and Couplet that's in your pendulum zone. This triggers both refrain and couplet. Place them in your pendulum zones. Now activate soprano to fuse with itself and Bacha into Schuberta. Chain link 1 Bacha, chain link 2 Concerto. Concerto draws 1 while Bacha summons Shopina from grave. Now activate refrain's pendulum effect. Target any fusion to Sonata from deck to grave. Activate Shopina to grab back that Sonata. Special summon it from hand. Link Sonata and Shopina into Bloom Harmonist. Activate it to discard any card to summon Aria and Elegy from deck. Your Link 2 can only summon to where it's pointing, so make sure your middle zone and left zone are always free. This end board has Flowering, which can return 5 face-up cards your opponent controls to hand, Schuberta to banish 3 card from any grave, and you have Aria, which protects from targeting and battle destruction, which is amazing against Tenpai. An Elegy, which protects from card effect destruction, which is good against cards like Rijiki or Dark Hole, for example, for a total of 2 disruptions plus great protection. If you didn't like that combo, here's another combo you can do with Ostinato activated. Summon Bacha by sending soprano and refrain from deck to grave. Activate Bacha to summon refrain from deck, which on summon searches for Couplet, which when searched activates to revive soprano from grave. Activate soprano to add refrain from grave to hand. Scale both refrain and couplet. Activate refrain to send Aria from deck to grave. And activate Couplet to search for Concerto. Activate Concerto to fuse into another Bacha using both your pendulum scales. This triggers them both to rescale themselves. Activate soprano to fuse into flowering using itself, refrain, and Bacha. Chain link 1 Bacha, chain link 2 Concerto. Concerto draws 1 while Bacha summons Aria from grave. Pendulum summon refrain from your extra deck. X sees into Baguska. This end board has Baguska for unlimited negates of all monsters that aren't links, and Flowering to spin 2 cards your opponent controls back to hand. You might be thinking that Baguska negates Flowering, but Flowering can't be negated thanks to Bacha, which says your Melodious monster effects can't be negated, and of course the monsters you banished come back in the end phase. Now if you just have first movement solo or just refrain, do this combo. Activate first movement to summon refrain from deck, or just normal summon refrain. Activate to search for couplet. Scale couplet. Use its effect to search for concerto. Activate it. Summon bacha using refrain and couplet. Chain link 1 bacha. Chain link 2 and 3 couplet and refrain. Refrain and couplet place themselves in the pendulum zones while bacha summons Shapina from deck. Activate refrain. Target bacha to send aria from deck to grave. Activate Shapina to add aria to hand. Link Shapina and bacha into Bloom Harmonist. Chain link 1 Bloom. Chain link 2 bacha. Chain link 3 concerto. Concerto draws 1, bacha summons Shapina from grave, while Bloom Harmonist summons soprano and couplet from deck. Soprano activates to grab aria from grave. Activate soprano to fuse into Schuberta using itself and couplet. Activate Shapina to add soprano from grave to hand. Now pendulum summon couplet, aria, and soprano. Activate soprano to fuse into flowering using itself, couplet, and Shapina. This end board has flowering spin 4, Schuberta banish 3 from grave, and areas targeting and battle protection. And finally, if you have couplet plus any other melodious name, you can do this, scale couplet. Activate to search for concerto. Activate concerto to fuse with couplet and that melodious in hand into bacha. Chain link 1 bacha. Chain link 2 couplet. Couplet places itself on the pendulum zone while bacha summons refrain from deck. Refrain searches for soprano. Normal summons soprano. Fuse with all 3 monsters on field into flowering. Chain link 1 bacha. Chain link 2 refrain. Chain link 3 concerto. Concerto draws 1. Refrain scales itself. Bacha summons soprano from grave. Soprano adds the random melodious you had in hand at the start of the combo. Pendulum summon it from hand. Activate refrain's pendulum effect to target flowering and send couplet from deck to grave. Link into Bloom Harmonist. Activate to discard 1 to summon aria and Shapina from deck. Shapina adds couplet from grave to hand. Couplet when added to hand revives soprano. Activate soprano to fuse using itself and Bloom Harmonist into Schuberta. This end board has spin 4, Schuberta banish 3 from grave, and areas target and battle protection. Here's a ranked replay against Tenpai. To counter this deck, you'll want to use Ash Blossom on Ostinato, otherwise use Ash and Perm, or Veiler on Botcha's effect which summons from deck. Do not negate first movement solo, it's almost always bait. Subscribe if this video helped. Here's my deck list, thanks for watching. Make sure to also join my Discord to chat with a like-minded community.